Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be having a look at a brand new game. It's Legions Imperialis, Horus Heresy, going epic scale. Where did this come from? I didn't see this coming at all. I thought today was going to be all about Age of Sigmar, Old World, Warcry Underworld, and a little bit of Horus Heresy tagged on at the end, but then they reveal a brand new game with some awesome little models. It just looks fantastic. Let's have a look at the video, then we'll dive in and have a close-up look at all the images that they showed us. But this looks like it could be really fun. I didn't really want to play Horus Heresy again after that big box set come out. I've used the models for 40k mostly, but playing on this scale is really appealing. So I think this is something I could be really interested in. I don't know about you, let me know in the comments down below. But here it is, here's the picture of all the models that will be included in this new Legions Imperialis box set. And they do say this is the same scale as Aeronautica, and so the proportions are sized exactly in comparison to the aircraft. So if you're familiar with that, that'll give you a good idea. So it's not quite the same as Epic scale, it's more in line with Aeronautica. It's going to come with a huge number of miniatures. I suppose if you're counting every single little one on the base, there's going to be 223 miniatures in the box. They're split between Space Marines, Solar Auxilia and Titans. So you've got lots going on there. And then the box itself is going to be available in August. So this is coming out really soon. There's also going to be a rulebook included there. Looks like a chunky one, so there could be quite a lot of information contained in this book. And I guess there's going to be dice, things like that. It doesn't actually say in the article if that is going to be the case. There must be some measuring sticks and things like that. That would usually come in a starter set. If you like the look of this, you're going to love this next bit of news, because these are just going to be the beginning. There's going to be, apparently, it says on the article, and they said during the preview, that there'll be plenty of additional releases planned for Legions Imperialis. Eventually, most for the armoury of both the Space Marine Legions and Solar Auxilia will be available. And then you'll be able to get more books, I imagine, as well, on top of that for different campaigns and things. So it looks like there's going to be a ton more models, but the ones included in this are excellent. So let's have a close look at them. Let's start off looking at the Space Marines then. So here, the idea is with this box set, you can either have two forces, Space Marines going up against the Solar Auxilia, and then you've got the Titans as well. But you can put them all together as one big army. The way it's going to work is the armies will be built from detachments so they can fight alongside each other. So you can have your Titan Legions, your Auxilia and Space Marines and aircraft as well, all together. So that could be really fun. So there's a lot of potential here, maybe to get one box and just build one big army with it, or you and your friend get one each, split it and have, say, one big Space Marine army, one big Solar Auxilia army. One thing I didn't catch in the preview is just how big the bases are that you can see on these models, but they do say that they're thinner than the usual ones, so they're not going to be as high off the table, and that makes a lot of sense. It would look a bit chunky, so thinning those down a little bit would make these look a lot better. But we don't know exactly how round they are, so have to wait and see on that. But as far as dimensions go, and just to give you an idea of how big they are, it says that the Dreadnoughts are a little shorter than a regular Space Marine. And these Dreadnoughts look amazing. In that scale, they're going to be so fun. And I guess easy enough to paint, just be like painting a regular size miniature. And then the smaller ones, I can see a lot of dry brush going on. But the smaller miniatures, here you can see some Cataphractii Terminators. They're going to be about a quarter of the height of their Horus Heresy equivalent. So that should give you a really good idea of just how big all of this is going to be. And then perhaps the bases are going to be a mix. I don't know. Again, we'll have to wait and see on the base sizes. There's also some tanks as well. I'm quite excited to think about the idea of using the Aeronautica models, although not all of them you can get hold of, so maybe they'll be releasing some more aircraft for this game. That would be really good to have all that going on the table. But part of me wonders why they didn't do this with 40k though. Surely it would have been a lot more popular having these epic scale battles with 40k miniatures. I wonder why they chose Horus Heresy. Is there fewer units? There must be fewer units. That must be one of the reasons. Yeah, strange. I'm happy with this though. It looks quite cool, and I think it's going to be great fun. Hopefully the rules are good, and we'll be finding out a lot more about those rules, I imagine, as August approaches. Let's have a look at the Solar Auxilia next then, and you're going to get a nice selection in here as well. From the 223 miniatures then, the Solar Auxilia are going to get 4 Solar Auxilia, infantry and walkers, and then on top of that 6 tanks, and then you're going to also get the 2 Warhound Titans who come with brand new plastic weapon options, and then the Space Marines, they're going to get the rest, so they're going to get the other 106 divided up between walkers and infantry, and then 5 Space Marine tanks, which we've already seen. So certainly a lot going on. Each army is going to come with command squads. You've got all different troops as well, like these Velatari shock troops. They're going to get stuck in with those axes. But all up, this looks great fun. I love the idea of epic scale, and I've really wanted 40k to bring out epic scale again. And I guess this is kind of a compromise, but I can't help thinking over the next few weeks, will the kind of interest wane in it a little bit, because it is sounding a little bit limited to just Solar Auxilia and Space Marine legions and all the different units that come with them. But then when you look at these Lehman Russ battle tanks, it's got to be worth it just for those, to add those to the collection. So look brilliant, getting the army all painted up. And I think if you could split the box, it's definitely going to be a good option for sure. I think that's the way to go. I wouldn't want to have both of these. I think I'd want to go one way or the other, either splitting a box or going with 2 boxes with a friend and then splitting it and combining them to make 2 bigger forces. But as with all of these things, price is certainly going to come into it later on, so really interested to find out more. Also see what else is planned, what other units are going to be released. But the box also contains these Warhound Titans, which is a really good addition. Yeah, so I think just having it all out on the table, it's just going to look great. But I'm really keen to hear what you think about this. Do you wish they'd gone with 40k for this new scale, this epic scale? Or are you happy with Horus Heresy? Do you think it's a good choice? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, which side would you take? Would you go Solar Auxilia or Space Marines? There's loads more to catch up from today's Warhammer preview, including this awesome model for Sigmar. Also, I'm going to be looking at the Underworlds warband that's been released. There's a warband for Warcry as well, the Cruel Boys Monster Killers. They made a mistake on the slide during the online preview. They've included the Underworld logo at the top, but this is definitely Warcry. You can read the article as well. But I'll be covering all that in the video, as well as one final thing. We saw the Bretonnian Battle Standard Bearer. I wasn't that excited about that at all, but you might be, so I'll have a look at that too. I might even combine that with the Underworlds one, do a combo. Thanks so much to this month's sponsors for making these regular videos possible. Check out the Baron of Dice video I'll link to at the end of this one, it's awesome. And thanks so much to Eldfall Chronicles and everyone else who's sponsored the channel and my tournament that's coming up tomorrow, the Age of Sigmar tournament, the first one I'll be running here in Liskeard, Cornwall. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it and it gave you a good idea about what to expect for this upcoming new game. Lots to look forward to by the looks of things as the year unfolds. If you did like the video, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Game. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.